सलाम, आदाब, नमस्कार, सत श्री अकाल दोस्तों, आप सभी का स्वागत है सिटीजन जस्टिस फोरम के इस वीडियो चैनल पर। हमारा मिशन भारतीय नागरिकों को उनके अधिकारों के बारे में जागरूक करना है जो भारतीय संविधान ने उन्हें दिए हैं। अगर आप हमारे चैनल पर पहली बार आए हो तो कृपया इसे सब्सक्राइब कीजिए और बेल आइकन को क्लिक करके सबको चुनें ताकि हम जब भी नए वीडियो अपलोड करते हैं या ऑनलाइन जाते हैं तो उसकी सूचनाएं आपको मिलती रहे। हमें बहुत खुशी होगी अगर इस वीडियो को आप अपने दोस्तों और संपर्क के साथ साझा करें। हेलो एवरीवन, आई एम एडवोकेट सुलेमान बिमानी एंड आई वेलकम यू ऑल टू द सिटीजन जस्टिस फोरम वीडियो चैनल। Our mission is to empower Indian citizens by sharing knowledge about the fundamental rights which they have got by virtue of our Constitution of India. If you are watching us for the first time, don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon, select all, so you get notification whenever we upload new videos or go online. Sharing this video with your contacts and friends would be greatly appreciated. We have with us today evergreen CA Amit Israni and Mohammad Afzal, and a special guest on today's topic is work pressure and stress management at the workplace and at home. The keynote speaker is an eminent figure featured in Times of India, Times Now, ABP News and Shilpa Shetty's app. He is also a health fitness coach on Gogi app, Goodbeat Health and several other international health platforms, and have hosted many nutrition shows on ZTV's digital channel. जिंदगी की राह में हम अक्सर थक जाते हैं, काम का बोझ और तनाव मन को छुपकर सताते हैं। सेहत सिर्फ शरीर की नहीं, मन की भी होनी चाहिए, उसका ध्यान रखना चाहिए। दोनों का साथ हो तो हर मुश्किल हो जाती है आसान। आज हम सीखेंगे कैसे काम का तनाव दूर करें, सेहत और सुकून को अपनी जिंदगी में कैसे भरे। स्वागत है आप सबका इस खास मुलाकात में, जहां होगी शारीरिक और मानसिक सेहत का राज जो हमें हीना भीमानी जो है वो हमें शेयर करेगी, और हम उससे अगर जो भी क्वेश्चन पूछेंगे, जैसा मैंने जब सीखा था स्ट्रेस मैनेजमेंट, तो अगर आप अंडर स्ट्रेस होते हो तो भी परफॉर्म नहीं कर पाते हो, अगर ओवर स्ट्रेस होते हो तो भी परफॉर्म नहीं कर पाते हो। तो देयर हैज़ टू बी एन एडिक्वेट स्ट्रेस। और वो एडिक्वेट स्ट्रेस क्या होता है? अभी आजकल हमने देखे हैं, दो वीडियो काफ़ी वायरल हुए हैं। एक बहुत लीडिंग बैंक का है जो इतना प्रेशर आया कि शी हैड टू कमिट सुसाइड, और एक जो सीए है और उसको इतना प्रेशर आया था कि उसने सुसाइड की या उसका हार्ट अटैक हो गया बिकॉज ऑफ द वर्क प्रेशर, और उसकी माँ ने कंप्लेंट की है बिकॉज ऑफ द वर्क प्रेशर नो she had left this world. So now we will have Hina Bhimani to speak on this subject.
स्ट्रेस जो है आज सभी को है, आपको है, मुझे है, और यहाँ पर जितने भी लोग बैठे हैं उन सभी को है। हम स्ट्रेस पे कैसा रिस्पॉन्स देते हैं वो हमारे हाथ पे है। सो पॉजिटिवली अगर हम लेते हैं, प्रॉब्लम्स तो लाइफ में आती ही रहेगी, लेकिन हमारा रिस्पॉन्स वो स्ट्रेस की तरफ कैसा है वो बहुत ही ज़रूरी है। अब अगर हम मानसिक संतुलन की बात करें या मेंटल हेल्थ की बात करें, तो वो मेंटल हेल्थ एक प्रॉपर हेल्थ पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से देखेंगे तो प्रॉपर फिजिकल एक्टिविटी जैसे कि योगा है, फिटनेस हम करते हैं तो हमारे हैप्पी हार्मोन्स जो है वो हमेशा रिलीज़ होते रहेंगे और हमारा मूड अच्छा रहेगा। तो उस वजह से हमारी हेल्थ भी, हमारा स्ट्रेस रिस्पॉन्स जो है काफ़ी बेहतरीन होगा। एट द सेम टाइम न्यूट्रिशन प्लेज अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट रोल, उसका भी बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट रोल है। अगर हम हेल्दी ईटिंग करते हैं उसका बहुत ही पॉजिटिव इफ़ेक्ट आता है। अगेन मैं एक एग्जांपल दूंगी, एक छोटे बच्चे का जो बर्थडे पार्टी में जाता है, हमने देखा है कि अगर एक बच्चा पार्टी में जाता है तो आने के बाद बहुत शोर मचाता है, धमाल करता है, कूदने लगता है, मस्तियाँ ज़्यादा करता है। ये इसीलिए होता है कि क्योंकि वो बर्थडे पार्टी में उसको काफ़ी सारा स्वीट्स खाने मिला है, जंक खाने मिला है, कोल्ड ड्रिंक भी पी लिया है, वेफर्स भी खा लिए हैं। सो एक्सेसिव कंजम्पशन ऑफ कार्बोहाइड्रेट, सिंपल कार्बोहाइड्रेट्स, जंक फूड जो एक एम्प्टी कैलोरी है जिसमें न्यूट्रिशन नहीं है, तो उसके कंजम्पशन की वजह से जो बच्चे में है एनर्जी बढ़ जाती है, तो बच्चा एकदम हाइपर एक्टिव हो जाता है, तो उसकी हाइपर एक्टिविटी बढ़ जाती है। तो खाने के ऊपर अगर हम सही से ध्यान देते हैं तो भी हमारा मेंटल हेल्थ जो है काफ़ी हद तक सही तरीके से काम कर सकता है।
नाउ दैट इज़ वन पार्ट कि अगर आप खाने में अगर कंट्रोल करते हो तो काफ़ी सारी चीज़ें आपकी कंट्रोल में हो जाती है। लेकिन अगर आप जब भी वर्क प्रेशर आता है, जैसे आजकल अभी वर्क प्रेशर या तो सोशल मीडिया का प्रेशर बोलो, अभी कोई बंदा अब इंस्टा पे जाता है, अपनी रील बनाता है और उसको एक प्रेशर रहता है, एक स्ट्रेस रहता है कि मेरे रील को आज कितने व्यूज़ मिले, कितने लोग ने लाइक किए, क्या कमेंट आया। अगर वो नहीं मिलता है तो भी उस पर स्ट्रेस आ जाता है। तो उस तनाव को हम किस तरह से अपनी लाइफ के अंदर कम कर सकते हैं?
जैसे कि मैंने कहा कि यहाँ पर सभी को स्ट्रेस है, हम स्ट्रेस के लिए कैसा रिस्पॉन्स देते हैं, क्या रिस्पॉन्ड करते हैं, उसके लिए वो इम्पॉर्टेंट है। तो हमको जो है काफ़ी सारी चीज़ें, जैसे अगर किसी ने नेगेटिवली कमेंट किया तो हम पर्सनली लेते हैं, वो बंदा तो आपको पर्सनली जानता भी नहीं है, तो वो चीज़ें हम पर्सनली ना ले। कमेंट से या लोगों के रिएक्शन से हमको अफेक्ट नहीं होना है, तो वो एक गैप बनाए रखना है। हमको जो है वी हैव टू बी ट्रू टू आवर सेल्फ, हमको हमारा काम करना है। सोसाइटी क्या बोलेगी, लाइक्स आएंगे कि नहीं, कमेंट्स क्या आ रहे हैं, अगर हम उसमें उलझ जाएंगे तो फिर हम हमारा ही काम सही ढंग से नहीं कर पाएंगे। तो फोकस जो होना चाहिए वो हम और हमारा काम होना चाहिए। आप अच्छा करोगे तो भी लोग बोलेंगे, बुरा करोगे तो भी लोग बोलेंगे। लोगों का काम है बोलना, हमारा काम सिर्फ एक ही होना चाहिए, हमको हमारे काम से मतलब, बाकी जिसको जो सोचना है, जो करना है वो कर सकता है।
That's easier said than done.
Absolutely.
So how do we now try and make up our mind or talk about options that we have in this situation? We were talking to Afzal Bhai earlier before we sat down, and I asked him, I said, where do you get your patience from? Because I've never seen him getting angry.
Angry, yeah.
And he's always smiling. So I asked you this question and you gave an answer. Maybe you want to repeat it for the purpose of the audience.
देखिए, जैसे कि मैं हमेशा अपने टॉक्स में कहता हूँ कि आपको आपके बॉडी लैंग्वेज को चेक में रखना है, आपके टंग को चेक में रखना है, एंड अगर आपका विषय जो है मेरिट्स पे है तो डेफिनेटली आपको सफलता मिलेगी। जहाँ तक स्ट्रेस की अगर हम बात कर रहे हैं, जो आज वो जो दो केस अपना भिमानी साहब जो रिफ़र कर रहे थे, तो मैं समझता हूँ कोविड के टाइम पे मोस्ट ऑफ द पीपल वर वर्किंग फ्रॉम होम। आफ्टर दैट पर्टिकुलर फेज व्हेन पीपल स्टार्टेड रिज्यूमिंग द ऑफिस, तो ऐसा हुआ कि ये एक ऑब्जर्वेशन है कि टाइमिंग किसी भी वर्क कल्चर में, आप किसी कंपनी कॉर्पोरेट्स में देख लीजिए या अदरवाइज देख लीजिए, तो टाइम का कोई हिसाब नहीं रहा, और पीपल आर मेड टू वर्क फॉर अ लॉन्ग आवर, मे बी अबाउट 14 hours to 15 hours per day. So that is being very very stressful for them. Secondly, अगर आप देखें कि आज कॉर्पोरेट्स देख लीजिए या नए आप स्टार्टअप्स देख लीजिए, वहाँ पे किसी किस्म का टाइम नहीं होता है वर्क के लिए। दे आर नॉट बीइंग पेड ओवर टाइम फॉर द टाइम दैट दे आर गिविंग, एंड उसके साथ साथ आप पर्सनल लाइफ में उनके क्या स्ट्रेस हैं वो भी बहुत महत्वपूर्ण है, जो हमें देखना चाहिए। आई वुड गिव एन एग्जाम्पल ऑफ थ्री ऑफिसेस, जैसे कि इन्फ्लुएंसर मार्केटिंग कंपनीज जो होती हैं, तो उसमें क्या हो जाता है कि जब किसी मैनेजर अपने बाकी के टीम को जब कोई भी काम या कोई भी कैंपेन अलॉट करते हैं, तो उसमें वो इतना प्रेशर डालते हैं कि इन्फ्लुएंसर जो होते हैं उनके जो पेमेंट्स को लेके भी, मतलब वो रात को फ़ोन करते हैं कि भाई हमें पेमेंट रिलीज़ नहीं हुआ है। तो जो मैनेजर है और उसके नीचे जो लोग हैं काम करने वाले, उनके ऊपर बहुत सारा स्ट्रेस होता है। अगर हम ये समझ लें कि कॉर्पोरेट्स में अगर वर्किंग कल्चर अच्छा है, तो यहाँ पे प्रॉब्लम होता है मैनेजर्स को लेके कि दे आर नॉट एबल टू मैनेज द पीपल डाउन द लाइन, और जिसके वजह से जो कल्चर है वो बहुत टॉक्सिक हो जाता है, और उसके वजह से भी लोगों को बहुत प्रेशर होता है। लोग पहले 8 घंटे 10 घंटे काम करते थे, आज 14 घंटे उनको काम कराया जाता है, जिसके लिए उनको कोई पेमेंट भी एक्स्ट्रा नहीं मिलता है। और अगर हम टीचर्स की बात करें तो उनका जो टाइमिंग्स है उसके अलावा जब वो घर भी जाते हैं तो उनको करेक्शन के लिए उनको वर्क दिया जाता है और उसके अलावा उनके ऊपर और बहुत सारे काम उनके ऊपर लादा जाता है। ये एक सेकेंड एग्जांपल है। थर्ड एग्जांपल मैं दूंगा, जैसा कि कॉल सेंटर्स में आप कितना भी अच्छा परफॉर्म करने की कोशिश करो मगर आपका जो टीम लीडर है वो आपको ऑलवेज ही विल ट्राई टू डाउनसाइज यू और देयर विल बी अ ट्रेमेंडस प्रेशर ऑन द पर्सन वर्किंग कि आपको अगर उनकी छुट्टी है तो उनको छुट्टी के दिनों में भी उनको बोला जाता है कि आप आइए, यू हैव टू कम। सो कहने का मतलब ये है कि इतने सारे प्रेशर को लेके आई थिंक सो देयर हैज़ टू बी सम लेजिस्लेशन दैट शुड कम इन फ्रॉम द गवर्नमेंट जो इस चीज़ को चाहे आप इसको स्ट्रेस लेवल को लेके बोलिए या एक्सप्लॉयटेशन को लेके बोलिए तो इस पे एक लगाम लगा सके। ओवर टू अपना सलमान।
या नाउ ये एक प्रेशर हो गया कि आपको पुश करने में आता है कि यू हैव टू मीट द टारगेट्स, यू हैव टू कम ऑन हॉलीडेज और यू हैव टू वर्क ओवर टाइम। दैट इज वन प्रेशर। नाउ मैं एक जो प्रेशर की बात करता हूँ, जो एक लीडिंग बैंक की एक एम्प्लॉय ने नॉर्थ में सुसाइड करी है, उसका भी वीडियो काफ़ी वायरल हुआ है। उसमें ऐसा था कि वो बैंक के नए चेयरमैन आए और उनको कॉस्ट कटिंग करना था, तो उसने टॉप 50 जो थे जिसका पैकेज अराउंड 45 lakhs का था एंड एट द एज ऑफ 50 to 55 उन्होंने अपने HR टीम को लगाया कि इनको बोलो रिज़ाइन करें, 3 महीने का टाइम दो इनको और 3 महीने के अंदर ये लोग को ले ऑफ करना है। तो अभी ये जितने भी थे वो अपने लाइफस्टाइल को लेके काफ़ी परेशान हो गए, क्योंकि किसी का हाउसिंग लोन चालू है, किसी के कार लोन चालू है, 2 बच्चे हैं, उनका स्टडीज़ का चालू है। अगर उसकी इनकम अगर कम हो जाती है 3.5-4 लाख रुपया महीने की जो आती है, तो वो कैसा सर्वाइव करेगा। और एट दिस एज, एट द एज ऑफ 50 to 55 वो कहीं पे, और वो भी रिज़ाइन करके जाएगा तो उसको पूछेंगे व्हाट वाज योर रीज़न फॉर रिज़ाइनिंग, तो वो क्या बोलेगा कि कंपनी ने मेरे को बोला था कि 3 महीने के अंदर। और उनको सिस्टमेटिकली जो रहते हैं प्रेशर बिल्डअप करने में आता है। अगर उनका समझो 8+3 रहता है उनका परफॉर्मेंस, तो उसको वो लोग को मालूम है कि तो उसको डाउनग्रेड कर देंगे, A+2 कर देंगे उसका, ताकि जो उसका पीक परफॉर्मेंस था, जो उसको परफॉर्मेंस इंसेंटिव मिलता था, बोनस मिलता था, वो उसका कम हो जाएगा। फिर उसको नेक्स्ट A+1 कर देंगे, फिर A पे लाके कर देंगे। सो दे आर फोर्स्ड दैट आप अपने पेपर डालो और आपको हम 3 महीने का टाइम दोगे और 3 महीने के अंदर आपको हम यू विल हैव टू लीव द कंपनी। इन दिस सिनेरियो नाउ हाउ डू दे कम आउट ऑफ द स्ट्रेस? वन इज दे डोंट वांट टू फाइट विद द कंपनी, बिकॉज कंपनी के साथ फाइट करने बैठेंगे तो इट इज़ वेरी डिफिकल्ट। और अगर कंपनी उसको निकाल देती है, टर्मिनेट करती है, तो उसके एक्सपीरियंस सर्टिफिकेट में आएंगे दैट ही वाज टर्मिनेटेड, और कंपनी कोई भी एलिगेशन लगा के उसको टर्मिनेट कर देंगी, तो दूसरी कंपनी में उसको जॉब नहीं मिलेगा। तो एट द मीन्स 50 इज नियरिंग द फैग एंड ऑफ द लाइफ। आज के एक्सपेक्टेंसी लाइफ की पकड़ लो 70-75 ईयर्स अभी, और 60 ईयर्स में तो लोग रिटायर होते हैं। तो अब 5 से 10 साल बाकी है, और उसको अगर फोर्सिबिलिटी बाय फोर्स उसको बोलते हैं आपके पेपर डालो, रिजाइन करो, तो ये टाइप का जो स्ट्रेस आता है उसको हाउ डू वी कोप अप दैट स्ट्रेस?
We are talking of a cost-effective stress.
Cost effective stress, that is for the company. But if I am working on that company and I am one of them, then I have a tremendous stress, and which is passed on to my wife and my children.
So this is a unique issue of a company. What is actually happening in life today is stress is across the board. One company may have a cost-cutting problem because of pricing, because of margins, because of shareholders' practice, because of whatever reason. And every company, as a businessman, is not running a social service organization. They would do what they have to do. Get the best of you at the time you are able to give the best, and then discard you when you stop giving milk or whatever it might be. As they say in the farmers, गाय दूध नहीं देती तो निकाल दो. Now stress आता है, but apart from this stress, what we are seeing in the workplace is something which is common factor. Common factor is younger generation, the two cases that we saw were young people.
Yeah, they were young.
They were not old. If you are matured, you will still have some experience and you may be able to possibly start something on your own. The stress level may be lower, but the stress is there. You're not discounting the stress. But in the younger generation, the anger level is there, expectation is higher. Other activities like hobbies or free time culture, where you could go and sit down and relax, seems to be something which much attention is not given. And as Hinaji mentioned, a lot of it happens with the food. So it is not an isolated case of one type of a stress. And in this case of companies, I do remember, even during my career, we've had cases where one company would get up and compete with somebody else to show better result because our, we're diverting a bit, our wage system or bonus system at top level is based on how much cost you can save. So the more cost that the top management saves, the higher the bonus. And the ratio of the highest paid in the company and the lowest paid in the company is very high.
Very high.
So if the top people are getting, say, 1 crore, lowest is 10,000. That ratio has to be looked at. And top people have to decide. So when the top management decides to increase their salary, somebody down the line will get crushed. So it's a thought process which also, as you all said, has to be looked at by some government influence. But government cannot really enter a private company and tell you what to do.
Yeah, but
neither can shareholders.
That is
point.
taking the toll of people's life. Either they get heart attack or they commit suicide. Now I'll tell you two things. One is the chronic stress and one is the acute stress. The chronic stress is, we are getting throughout our life, slowly it is building up. And the acute stress is the stress which develops all of a sudden, right? And the person collapses. Now, we have heard about the saying that the last straw which broke the camel's back, right? So people don't know what stress I am already having it. And they say, "Arey, itna sa to baat tha." Now, the straw kya tha? It's an example. Now, suppose if I am going from Bandra to Churchgate and I am carrying 10 kg, I am walking down, right? And then Muhammad Afzal meets me, he gives me another 5 kg. Then already I am having a 10 kg, then 5 kg is added. Then I get Amit Israni on the way. He says, "Arey, aap Churchgate ja rahe ho, to 5 kilo mera bhi le lo." Right? But he doesn't know.
Hina gives you 20 kilos.
And then Hina comes and
additional.
Yeah, so additional 20 kg because I cannot refuse with the smile and with the approach he gets. So now I am already loaded with 40 kg. So what Hina said, "Arey, 20 kilo, you are a strong man. Itna nahi uta sakte ho." So, but now when somebody gives me one paper also, I am going to collapse because I am already stressed and people have not seen the stress which I am carrying. This is, I am just giving you an example. Now there is one more example, like Dr. Hina, she was treating one patient and Marwadi businessman and diagnosed with some, it may be an heart attack, so he was there in the ICU. And the wife comes running and tells the doctor that he has won a lottery of 10 crores of Sikkim. So doctor says, "Don't worry, I know how to manage, I know what to do. So I will manage the situation. If I tell all of a sudden that he has acute stress, which comes all of a sudden, right? Chronic and acute stress, you have to identify that. So doctor says that, Mr. Madan Lal, if you won a lottery of 50 lakhs, what you will do?" So he says, "I will give the charity, we want to empower women in India, so I will give for the education of the women's. So 50 lakhs. Then he says, "Suppose if you won a lottery of 1 crore, what you will do?" So he says, "I will do charity for the blinds, and because I would like to do charity." Then doctor says, "Now suppose if you won a lottery of 5 crores, what you will do?" He said, "Doctor, you are doing a good job, 2.5 crore to you." And all of a sudden, doctor collapses. because he was not able to manage his stress. So this is on a lighter moment. So the stress comes up. You know, if I get how to calculate your stress, that chart is there. You just have to put your markings on it, and you will come to know. So in the life, if you want to perform, there has to be an adequate stress. If the stress is less, you don't perform. If the stress is more, it is like, you know, if I am wearing a socks and socks is too tight, it makes me more uncomfortable. And if the socks is loose, it's keep on, you know, going down, and every time I have to pull up. So my sock should be adequate, so there is no stress on my leg. Similarly, even in our day-to-day life, we have to find out our financial stress, emotional stress, and stress at workplace, stress at family. So these all things, you know, adds up, and you get this result. You know, all of a sudden somebody dies of a heart attack or he commits a suicide. So we have to manage our stress. So I will try to find out that chart and put it on the YouTube channel, अपना description box में. You can click it, open it, and you fill in the blanks that what is the stress, and you will come to know. If it is over stress, then you have to change your lifestyles. If your stress is less, again you change your lifestyle and take some more initiative, do some social work so that you perform well. You have to any comments on this, Hina and Amit Israni?
I would like to add to what you said that, you know, already there's so much stress. We actually don't know what the other person is carrying, and, you know, one simple thing and then the person collapses or dies out of heart attack. So that affects you a lot. So this is related to the lifestyle diseases. Heart attack, diabetes is not only because of eating sweets, or diabetes just doesn't happen if you're eating too much sweets. It also happens because of stress. When you're stressed, the level of cortisol hormone, which is a stress hormone, increases in the body. And when that hormone is high, your body cannot do its function. Your insulin cannot be, your insulin will not absorb the sugar molecules, your kidneys will not perform, your body will not be able to secrete the appropriate hormones, your breathing will not be right, and that's how different kind of lifestyle diseases happen, and a person can also, you know, die out of heart attack or anything like that can happen. So lifestyle affects your health majorly.
Yeah, so when you are in stress, especially when you get an acute stress, like, you know, that doctor got it, and he was, so now when you are in stress, there is a chemical which is, you know, emitted in your body automatically, that is called adrenaline.
Adrenaline and cortisol, yes.
And cortisol. So if you remain longer in the stress, it remains, you know, longer in your body, and it weakens your immune system. So you have to find a way to neutralize these chemicals when you are in stress. So it is better that you consult a doctor who is well versed with, you know, in stress management as well as your working style and your food habits. They both have to come together so that, you know.
How would one identify? If I have to, I do not know mathematics, and I have not seen the table, and they have not seen our video.
Yeah.
So they won't have the table.
Yeah, so if you see the video, I will give you that table, you put your digit down. Suppose if it says if you are arrested for a small crime, so how much you have to put, and same way you keep on calculating, and then you will get a figure. And then there is a table which says that if it comes below this, then you are under stress, you have to change your lifestyle, take more initiative, more responsibilities, and be in that level. If you are over stress, then you again have to change and delegate work and get it done. So the adequate stress has to be always there. Like I gave an example of sock. If it is too loose, then also I am uncomfortable. If it is too tight, I am also uncomfortable. So it has to be in the way where I am comfortable. So, and then if you are in that comfort zone, right, below stress, then you are not performing well. You have to, if you want to have your goals achieved, then you have to work hard. So it has to be a balanced life, and you need somebody good to help you.
So the next thing that comes in, how do I identify, and what is the corrective action to be taken? I know I have stress, I've seen my calculator, I've controlled myself. How would I even think that what I'm having is a stress? Because everybody believes I'm all okay. So even to decide that I'm having stress, first I have to convince myself that there is something which needs to be done. So first thing would be, how do I identify? Second thing would be, if I have got that extra energy, I may be trained, or I may train myself, or we all can train ourselves to divert that energy into a positive energy.
Positive energy.
So everything which is negative will cause negative result. and you transfer the energy in you to a positive action, and then you find that your energy is giving you good vibes and probably reducing your stress. Like you said earlier in your example also, that when you give charity or you do whatever you do, the stress level is lower, or as Madam mentioned with the chemical hormones, your body is accepting a ratio. Now assuming you're not able to do it, the result we are having today of people popping off is because they could not identify, the company they were working with could not identify, the colleagues with whom you were working could not identify. There was no counseling at that stage to tell the person, look, the family in the house could not identify, and the communication mechanism in the house starts from there, where the parents may have told the girl, "Beta, you are doing more than what you should. I think you need a rest." And how do you then communicate the element of rest to the corporation where you are working? The mother cannot call the head of the department. So what we are seeing is a bit of a...
There is also a need for enforcement of the labor law.
At management level,
The management levels, if you are talking about the 45 lakhs salary package, so the labor law is not going to apply. So there has to be some HR policies, where, every month or twice a month there is a checkup about what stress level they are working, and they have to be honest.
The
company itself has to, come out the in-house, and the table which I am going to share is, it is prepared by an American psychologist, and it works wonder. So you will come to know that what level you are working and what should be done now. So rather than, because everyone has some, I'll tell you the best example of how the adrenaline chemical, jumps in your body. Suppose I give you a 10,000 rupees to Mohammad Afzal, that from here you have to run to Churchgate non-stop, I'll give you 10,000 rupees. So he accepts that. But sitting at the Churchgate station, he is now exhausted and he got the 10,000 rupees. Now I give him one more challenge, that Mohammad Afzal, I'm giving you one more 10,000 rupees from Churchgate, you have to run back to Andheri. He says, no, Baba, I'm okay with 10,000 rupees, I don't have that strength. Now what happens, the moment he turns back, he sees a tiger going to pounce on him. What he does? He takes a flight. So where is that energy coming from? That is the chemical which, is inbuilt system. Now if this chemical remains more in your body than required time, then it will, affect your all other organs like your kidney, your liver, your pancreas. So you have to manage stress, and how you will manage stress is one is doing yoga, and she is the best person to tell us how to do yoga in this case, and if any breathing exercises are there when I am stressed or when I am angry, how to control myself and how to control my stress.
Okay, wonderful. I think we all should practice it with you all, and if you all are watching us, please try to do it. Looks very simple, and you might feel, yaar, kya hai isme kuch rocket science, but you won't believe. After a few breaths, the way you will feel relaxed and the way your mind will feel relaxed, you'll really appreciate it. So what we'll do is we'll take a few deep breaths. Okay, I'll show you one. So first you'll inhale and slowly exhale through your mouth. Gracefully. So we'll do 4 to 5 breaths over here, all of us together. Inhale. Slowly exhale through your mouth. If you close your eyes and do it, you'll feel even better. Inhale through your nose. Let's do it one last time. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Now the same thing, we'll do it with our mouth closed. So you'll inhale through your nose and you'll exhale also slowly through your nose. Inhale. Exhale through your nose. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your nose. Let's do 2 more breaths. Breathe in through your nose. Slowly open your eyes. If you all were practicing with us, you all may have observed that in between the breaths, you all were taking small pauses. Okay, normally, if you've seen, before I tell you the right answer, let's do this exercise. We'll count how many times we breathe in a minute. Okay, any idea? Can you just do a wild guess? Who's the president of India? Who's the president of India?
President of India.
Yeah.
To do with the breathing.
I'm just asking a question.
Murmur,
Okay. Prime Minister of India, sir.
Narendra Modi,
Okay. And the King of Bollywood.
Shah Rukh Khan.
Okay. So we know all these answers, but we don't know why we are alive. For what we are alive. I mean, we don't know how many times we breathe in a minute. So that is being as negligent as, this to be towards our health. So let's first understand before we do anything else how many times we breathe in a minute. So we start the time. I'll ask you all to start. No manipulating your breath. Just breathe normally. Just breathe the way you are breathing. No inhaling faster. No exhaling faster. So one inhalation, one exhalation is one breath. Okay, you all may close your eyes. And we'll start. I would request you all also to practice with us and give me the right answer. You all can comment in the box if you all could guess it right. One inhalation, one exhalation is one breath. Just breathe normally, the way you're breathing. Okay, stop.
17.
17,
14.
14, 15. Okay, so a tortoise breathes once in 2 minutes, and a tortoise lives for around 200 years. And a dog breathes about 25 to 30 times in
8 years.
8 years, 10 years, depending on what breed he belongs to. So with this, we understand the slower you breathe, the longer you live. Okay, so the rate of our breath decides the amount of stress we are over here. So even if you're breathing faster, right now maybe you are calculating it faster, but on an average a human breathes between 8 to 12 times in a minute, and that's the normal speed. By doing these breathing exercises, your mind will become calm. You'll be able to take better decisions in life. You'll be able to eat also mindfully. If you're eating mindfully, it's going to affect your health in a positive way. So breathing is life. Why do we say that? Because with breathing, a lot of things are coming in control. So this is one request to you all, that practice this mindfully. The breathing exercise that we did previously, where you inhale and you exhale. So slowly what you have to practice is inhale and exhale a little longer. So say for example, if you're inhaling for 4 counts, you try to exhale for 6 to 8 counts, and then slowly 10 counts. So the longer you exhale, you are detoxifying your body, you are improving your breathing. So breathing, the moment you start working on your breath, your mind will also feel calm and relaxed. Even for this 1 minute while you are counting your breath, do you feel a little better? The mind is feeling calm and relaxed. So mind, okay, everything that is related to breath, your mind is like a monkey. If you close your eyes, you'll get 10 different thoughts. So it's not easy to control you cannot catch a monkey. So similarly, you cannot catch your mind, but you can give your mind some work to do, and give your mind the work to watch your breath. So if you are stressed, just relax, watch your breath, and then you'll be able to take the right decisions, maybe a little better decisions. I cannot say right, but a little, easier it will become for you to decide anything.
So when you are stressed, you should not react immediately. Instead, divert your attention by breathing exercise, and then be calm, and then respond to a situation rather than reacting to a situation.
Yeah.
Nothing is going to happen. The sky is not going to fall down if you respond after 1 day or 2 days. But the moment you respond immediately, you are going to make some mistake and it is going to add stress to your already stress life.
Like sir rightly said, it's easier said than done. We all know it's good to breathe. We all know that, you know, unconsciously whenever we are doing an interview or anytime when we are anxious, we try to do the breathing, inhale and exhale the way we were doing it. So that happens unconsciously. But when you know it, we are not doing it. So it's on you how much efforts you are going to put to improve your health. So that's
So
important.
when we talk of work culture, coming back to where we started, is this a practice followed in corporates where they have a tea break, they have a coffee break, a cigarette break, bio break? Maybe corporates can think of having a breathing
They
break.
should. I
Absolutely.
think there are few companies, you know, they have this HR department which take care of
I've done many sessions recently. I did for Bombay Stock Exchange. I've done for JP Morgan Chase. I've done for many banks and colleges and schools where we emphasize the importance of taking these kind of breaks, and just, you know, even 5 to 10 minutes of these break can make a lot of difference. And
Actually, tea break is not a relaxing thing. You know, if you drink
Gossiping.
more than 2 to 3 cups, then you are
Getting more
adding
stress.
Sugar.
stress to your body and the system,
Yeah.
because then you will have the problem of acidity, which is going to increase if you have more tea. And
also
even
excess of
cigarettes.
caffeine.
Yeah,
I
caffeine.
think so. This is a very good idea. That's what he's saying. That even if for 10-15 minutes they have this session on a daily basis, I think so. The potential of getting things done will be much better.
The problem is, sir, they realize it once in a year when there's yoga day. I get calls from all over, from different corporates, and they want to just do it because it's a hype. 21st June is a yoga day, and we are also into health and fitness, and we promote the wellness of the corporates. But I feel this should be a regular practice and not just a one-day
It
thing.
should be a part of life.
So
Absolutely.
There should be a 20 minutes break, you know, just sit on your chair, do some relaxation, stretching exercise and deep breathing for 20 minutes break, and then, you know, you will feel that you are recharged.
The
and
chief
re-energized.
executive of the company would look at 20 minutes times 10,000 people,
No, I'll
and
tell
his
you.
salary will go down by 500.
He will think
So-
it, but that 20 minutes break, the
It's
moment
going
he
to
is
go for a
relaxed, and then again he is working, he will work more faster, work
Productivity
quicker,
will be-
and his efficiency will
So
improve,
we
and
are talking
productivity will
about
improve.
corporate
Yes.
culture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Similarly, what about small corporate? Like, for example, you have a kirane wala, where the people coming in all the time. But you don't see anger in a kirana wala shop. Even if there are 200 people, he handles everybody in a very nice, cordial manner. You go to a corporate, you see a different kind of a reaction, even from wherever it is. If you are in a bus, a BST bus, there are many conductors who are absolutely passive. They don't get angry at all. They'll quietly say, "Kisne ticket nahi liya, leo chalo," and everything happens without any stress. How do they manage it? And they don't have bus conductor dying of suicide on stress.
No,
But
no,
you have
I'll come to that. You know, initially when I was young, when I was going in school, the behavior of the conductor was very rude. But
I think so. Even today, we
No,
find
no,
many
no.
of
we are
them.
comparing
No, no.
not that behavior.
Huh.
That
no,
society is-
I'll
The
come to
stress
that.
level.
I'll come to that. But what I assume and what I have learned, you know, while asking, you know, 2-3 conductors, that what I had an image and what you are now is totally changed. They are being given a training so that they can manage their stress level as well as manage
crowd
the
control.
crowd control. So that training is incorporated in them. So similarly, in every organization, we'll have to incorporate this type. Give a break, 20 minutes break where they will do the breathing exercise and
And
they
she
will
said
relax
even
their
a
mind
5-minute
and
break.
body. Yeah.
I think so. This needs to be propagated.
Absolutely, and along with that, a few basic diet tips will also go a long way in understanding their health better. Because as simple as just, you know, a lot of times we feel hungry and we eat at random times, but sometimes it could just be, you know, a thirst. You are thirsty, your body needs more water, the body is dehydrated, and that can be a fake hunger pang, and then you end up eating a lot more than what you normally do. So mindfully, instead of just eating, just grabbing a glass of water and having that can also subside your hunger, and you'll realize that it was not actually hunger, it was just your body being dehydrated. So very simple tips can go a long way.
And but you see the younger generation in today's time, I mean, they are more prone to have this junk food. You know, no matter what you tell them, but they still would like to have it. You know. So
Well, that's a culture which you
That's a
go
culture,
with competitive or peer
right.
pressure.
Right.
But coming back to the stress point, because there are a lot of things that cause stress. Even the light on my face from there is causing stress.
Yeah.
So stress can be caused by anything and can spark off from
Yes.
anywhere. So as considering that the competitiveness has increased, as you mentioned in the case of few people at that age who could be unemployed, may have problems in their house. There are so many people already unemployed who are not finding jobs and looking for jobs or creating jobs. So if there are problems which are happening, there can't be a one dose all medicine for all types of stresses. So maybe everybody will have to look at their own issue internally and say what causes me a stress and try and diagnose it themselves. What we have discussed today are a few stray examples and a few stray remedies, but each thing would have probably a remedy of its own. So some amount of introspection, again taking a 5-minute break and doing an introspection and taking a breath may give you an answer which we have not discussed.
So if you just have to replace it. You know, I have taken training of Dr. Bharat Chandra, stress management and time management and goal setting in 1996, and which tremendously changed my life for better. He gave 2-3 examples which I would like to share. That one was like, you know, he was like riding a motorbike. So what does the father says? Drive cautiously or ride cautiously, because you know you can meet with an accident. Now this young man, you know, he gets irritated. You know, every day when I come out, my father has to say the same thing, and then he, you know, likes, you know, kick the start and start on a top, immediately put it in a 30-40 kilometer speed, and whoever comes, I will just, you know, bang it. But then he has to change. Why father is saying this? Because he loves me and he takes care of me. So you have to take care of and change it. Instead of anger, change it, you know, replace it with that. He loves me and he takes care of me. That's why he's bothered about me. That's why he's giving me suggestion and advice to ride cautiously. Now if I'm driving a car and I see somebody, you know, crossing the road, and what I do, I put a brake and then I yell at him. Even that is, you know, increasing my stress level. So I have to replace that. Instead of yelling at him, I say, God is great, he is saved. So that all, you know, little things of your behavior will change. You know, it will not add stress to your already added stress in the life.
What we call in our language is convert, not confront.
Convert, not confront, yes.
So that is the angle one would have to look at.
But won't that cause a lot of build-up?
See, when your mind is peaceful, the digestion of anger, digestion of whatever you are doing, which is what we were discussing earlier on with Afzal, and his answer was, even in the worst scenario, I am peaceful. Okay? And smiling. Now, among all of us, he's smiling, she's smiling, we both are serious. So we have to learn as well.
That's the strategy we all have to follow.
We are at the fag end, so we are worried about what will be there in the next world.
That's not the angle.
They say, no, you are as old as you think.
Absolutely.
So it's your mindset, basically it's your mind and your desire. And the request that we can put out to all the viewers is to try and absorb and create that feeling among your family to go a bit slower. Instead of going at 100 kilometers, go at 90, go at 85. We'll reach the destination, no problem.
So this has, you know, prompted me to make 2 more videos only on relaxation, and one is, you know, setting your goals while you're relaxing. You will have the feeling that you have achieved that goal. So I'll make 2 small videos. When you are stressed, just listen to it and you will automatically, you know, get calm.
Some breathing exercises, we can curate it. We can add some breathing exercise,
Yes.
some stretching, basic meditation.
We can
Yeah,
talk about that.
absolutely.
That will make a lot of difference.
Yeah. And some basic nutrition tips also we can add, because that will also help.
Stay tuned to our channel for more updates on legal matters that affect you. If you are watching this video, If you find this video informative, then like, subscribe and share with your contacts and friends for more engaging content on legal issues. See you again in the next video with new topic. Till then, take care, stay blessed, be safe and remain healthy. हमारे चैनल पर अधिक कानूनी मामलों की जानकारी के लिए हमारे साथ बने रहे। यदि आपको ये वीडियो पसंद आता है और आपको लगता है ये लाभदायक है तो आप इसे लाइक कीजिए, सब्सक्राइब कीजिए और अपने संपर्क और दोस्तों के साथ शेयर करें ताकि कानूनी मुद्दे पर रोचक जानकारियाँ मिलती रहे। आगामी वीडियो में नए विषय के साथ फिर मिलेंगे। तब तक आप अपना ख्याल रखिए, ध्यान रखिए, सुरक्षित रहिए और स्वस्थ रहिए।